Good morning, guys. Leslie at Inskeep Acres. There you go. Shed mama dog out a little bit. This doesn't stand out as much, but this is, yes, that's you on the ground, Abel. I should Abel out, and it comes all the way out here. Kane was laying in front of the turkeys up there, but he didn't cooperate so well to stay still. What? I'll get your breakfast. So he didn't get shed quite as much, but he didn't have as much left to shed. So I'm gonna take you guys around on a walk today, show you what we did over the weekend. It's been hot and we've just been surviving. So let me put my milking stuff down and then we'll go for a walk. These kittens are getting to be quite the little handful. I have to check my calendar, but I think they're about ready to start going to new homes. I don't know where the... Oh, did you bring them a bowl? Okay, I don't know where the fifth one is. Probably in the shed. So, I guess we'll walk this way. Oh, we've got most of the bucklings that are weaned over here in this pen. The couple that I'm thinking about keeping are in the buck pen, and then makes it easier. We can start weathering these guys, and then if people want to come and look at them or whatnot, they're all in one pen, and these are the choices. I was going to put them in this side, but Abel has kind of claimed this side. So we worked on some fencing yesterday. Saturday was super busy. We got up, left the house by 6 a.m. Took the three, I call them calves, but they're 2 years old, so they're technically not really calves anymore, but it's the only calves that we had. So took those three to the processor. So we are down to just the two mama cows. The pig's pumpkin that they planted here is doing well. It is starting to get some little pumpkins on it. Hi guys, look at you. They're in the mud mess. I believe I have, oh, that was, yeah, I didn't need that. That was gross. I believe three of the little gilts are going to Michigan. I believe it's next Saturday. So I need to get some video clips of them in their muddy state to send to them so they can decide which three they want. Apparently Jason left the hose for them to get to it last night. Did you guys steal my hose? Gross. Yeah, I gotta get your breakfast too. Okay, so what did I say? We took the, hi boys, 3 cows to the processor Saturday morning. Then we had to come straight home, load up 40 goats in the trailer, take them to vet to get health certificates so that we can show them at our 4-H fair and goat shows that we go to. We came home and they cut, raked, and baled our hayfield. It looks so nice. I love a fresh cut hayfield. the end of last week, and we actually had somebody come and plastic wrap our round bales. We had 20 bales. We had them wrap 19. He said they can last like 2 to 3 years that way. I have a couple clips. I'll put those in here. So that's how they wrap those. I thought it was pretty neat. I've seen them in the field that way, but it's the first time that I've actually seen them done or had our own done that way. But since we are going to be way down on our cow numbers, that seemed like the best way for us to preserve them so that they don't start to mold and go bad before we can actually get through them all. Hey, look at that. First time I noticed it. Another, probably pumpkin. We put this hay feeder. I think you guys can see it. It's kind of dark in there. But I've not been able to use this feeder because the longhorns kept getting their heads stuck in there. So we put the feeder in there, put one of our round bales in there. It looks like they are making quite the mess out of it. So I think we may take like some cattle panels and just kind of put, kind of like to cradle so that it has really big openings, like the size of these or bigger on the sides. And I think the pigs are pulling a bunch out of there. So we may have to edit a little bit there for that. We have the 2 mama cows left. They are, oh, I don't know if you can see the white spot, probably right above my finger. That's the black and white one, and red's back there as well. The 2 mama pigs are back there. And yeah, so that was our Saturday. On Sunday, well, I have to look what date it was. Last week, the very end of the week before, this guy and Eldred decided we were going to have fall piglets. So I've never seen them breed and not be bred that day. You just wanted to be a daddy pig again, huh? So the 2 sows were out here behind the buck pen with the cows, and Eldred had been hanging out at this gate, and Jason and I had both kind of noticed it. We thought that they may try to take the gate down, but I'm assuming she went out the electric fence to the hayfield and then back in the electric fence into the horse pen. And she was bred that day. We actually walked out and saw him on top of her, so at least we saw it, noticed it. I can mark it in the calendar. So I think she'd be due October 10th. But we finished this fence so we don't have a second accidental fall litter. Hi, Rockstar. So we just did like the rest of it. It's just hog panels across the back with a single strand of electric at the top so that the horses stay in. Simon's eating. There was a tiny little, like less than half of a round bale, so we put that in the horse's feeder on Friday. It's Monday. They've still been eating it ever since. Thor's been enjoying the stuff on the ground. Huh, big guy? Yeah, that was what we did yesterday. And we did part of the doe's pen as well, but it got to be, I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock last night, and we decided it was time to go cook our burgers. Burgers, yeah. It's definitely a Monday morning. So we got 2 panels to here, a short panel here. We need to start at this corner, go 2 panels this way, and the gate is going to have to move slightly that way because these panels are not tight touching. There's a slight gap in between them. It was enough to keep the goats in, but we didn't want to finish this partial panel until we get this end figured out, figure out where the gate's going to move to, and we're going to change that gate. I don't know if it'll be a 4-foot, a 6-foot, or what it will be. So that was our project yesterday. I have also been treating a couple of kids for coccidia. This little guy is one of them, with beans buckling. And Ritz is buckling. They're back in here just because I can keep a better eye on them. We got a storm the other night, and I didn't want them stuck out in the rain if these guys pushed them out. I think we've got the coccidia messy butt under control, but now it's making sure that they are not anemic. And we got back from the vet Saturday, and Kringla here has been kind of just laying around. I mean, she's very laid back anyway, but oh, I need to put some copper in you guys' water, huh? The algae's getting icky. It kind of, like I said, been acting a little bit off, but she's very laid back and stays to herself anyway. And then I was going to take her temp, and I don't know if you can see how swollen her bottom jaw is. That is a telltale sign of barber pole worms. Let's see if I can get a close-up without her taking off on me. Hi, lady. See the big lump? It's actually much smaller than it was. She's had 2 doses of wormers and meds. She is slightly anemic, so she's been on high iron things and doing kind of an anemia protocol. She now looks like she's got a little bit of a snotty nose, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Huh. You're just not feeling 100%. Definitely far from it, huh? But she's been fine. She's been out running around with everybody else. She goes out grazing and eating. She eats her grain, she eats her hay, she's drinking plenty of water. So she's got at least 1 more treatment. Hi, Snickerdoodle. How are you? At least 1 more treatment for the barber pole, and she will continue with the anemia protocol until she is back to normal, which can take quite some time for them to bounce back. Her Famancha, she probably won't let me show you. Whew. Let's see if I can do this. check her and get the camera at the same time. So she was, see how white that inner eyelid is? She's actually a little more pink than she was, but that is severely anemic. So she is on some heavy duty anemic meds. I'm contemplating she'll probably end up getting a couple doses of iron. They can have a severe or allergic reaction to that, so I kind of use it as a last resort. She is bouncing back, so I've kind of been holding off on that, but she most likely won't be going to our fair. We've got 2.5 weeks. Oh, does that feel good? I don't know that I will have her back to where I'll be comfortable taking her to the fair in 2.5 weeks, but we will see. So it's just been a super busy, crazy weekend. Lots going on between the butcher, the vet, fence building, hay baling, treating goats, and then all the regular chores on top of it. Oh, I don't know. It's been busy. What are you doing, kitty kitty? These kittens are everywhere. Oh, hi Rita. Sangria Ria. What you thinking, ma'am? You thinking you want breakfast and milk, huh? Okay. Alright, here's all the weaned dolings. Don't touch the fence. I was treating this little Ritz doe for coccidia as well. No, not her. This one. Right down here. This little lady. Everybody else seems to be doing well. Of course, they all want to stand right on top of me, so it's hard to show them. Ooh. Yeah, you're gonna get zappered. You better be careful. Hi! They're looking for their grain for breakfast, so. And some fresh hay. Huh. I figured we'd stop over and look at them. Classy's doe. I don't know. There's nothing really she could catch her ear on, so I'm thinking somebody else bit it. But the tip of her right ear was kind of scabby and infected. They won't let me get close to it. But I had to, I've been cleaning it, put some iodine on it a couple of times. It actually looks almost healed compared to, no, compared to what it was. I mean, it was about that thick and just nasty. So like I said, I'm thinking somebody bit it. It had like 2 pockets. I think it must have been bitten, like abscessed. It was pretty gross. I hadn't noticed it until, like I said, it was already kind of nasty. She doesn't come right up to you all the time when you go in the pen, so she's one that you usually have to catch. So you don't notice those things as early. But it's looking great now. I'll take a quick walk through the garden. There's the, it's hard to see, but the cane fluff. Turkeys are getting pretty big in there. I've been opening their pen, letting them kind of roam the yard a little bit. Need to get my chores done. I have to go to processor and pick up the last 2 cow heads. I have to go to the fairgrounds to get the last of our fair registration stuff done. Today's my son's birthday, so I need to get home and get cleaned up so we can go to dinner tonight. Oh, a lot to do today and not enough time to do it, so I don't think I'm going to get into this garden to get much done. It's been a few days since I've really done anything in here. This cantaloupe is going to take over. We got a bunch of rain the other day, so once it dries up, it's probably dry enough back there. It's still pretty wet here. I need to get this side done so that these vines can spread out that way and not take over here. Some of these yellow zucchini, green zucchini, I popped one out there, not doing so great. But then you have ones like this one, this one, this one doing excellent. So I don't know. I've been trying to keep squash bug eggs off of them. I need to come back through today. The marigolds and the basil are doing well. Looks like I need to come through and top this back. This one looks like it's getting ready to bolt, so we're gonna just pop the tops off of that. Much better. Still no green beans. Given up on those. I'll try to do like small fall planting later. There is, let's see, cucumber and watermelon. And it looks like I need to get in here and get some more of this tied up. This cucumber coming across and taken off this way. So I need to get this stuff trained up this way to make room for the watermelon to come up the center. Another cucumber here, kale. These tomatoes look like they are ready for a little more pruning and tying up. Just pruning the bottoms on these so that they're not touching the ground. Lots of blossoms coming through on them. These again are determinate tomatoes, so I will not do heavy pruning on those except for the leaves along the bottom. Amazingly enough, this stuff is still kicking. Maybe we'll get the bed finished and I can get it planted one day. Everything over here looks to be doing fairly decent. Nice big open flower, bugs in there. That is a male flower though, so no fruit there. Like this. Needs to come. Bug. No squash bugs. Yuck. This needs to come back up this way and grow up, not out that way. Little basils, that's about twice the size it was when I planted it. There's more I need to come and get tied up. Once these vines kind of start taking over more of this, the shade cloth can come down and these will create shade. I have to do some looking at these plants. Something is eating the leaves. Probably some sort of like cabbage moth caterpillars or something. But the kale looks happy. Looks like my other, I think this is Blue Hubbard. It died off. Green Hubbard's doing well. That one was just doing great the other day. So I don't know if it has like vine borers or something happening. I see more squash bugs here. I'm gonna have to get rid of. Boy. Most of the stuff doesn't seem to be doing too bad, but I think our lettuces are not going to do well, even with the shade. I probably should have gotten the shade up earlier. pumpkin. I don't know if these were more cucumbers, I think. Maybe green beans. I have to look at my list and what I planted. This kale is being eaten by something, probably same thing that's eating these. Oy. Peppers, I think all look to be doing okay. And these tomatoes are going crazy. Definitely need to get my tie tool and get these tied up and pruned. And I did look, I did not intentionally plant a cherry here, so this is clearly a cherry tomato, but that's fine. We will eat them. I don't know if I accidentally got, this is probably one of these chocolate cherries and they just got shifted around. That's okay, because I had one that died off here. They look like they need pruned at the bottom, or actually need to be, looks like probably watered. This basil's going gangbuster, also trying to bolt. So we just keep pruning the tops back, kind of where there's multiple leaves, pinch it off. It then puts more growth into the bottom, makes it bushier. And continues to grow. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the seed heads. Little jalapeno. Oh, these guys are going nuts too. Little maters. So excited for fresh tomatoes. I need to get these tied up a little. So I think I'm going to go ahead and turn on the irrigation. I have to hook the hose up here. Take my basil into the house. I haven't even looked for strawberries. That's a decent one. That one's a little overripe. Oh, I hate pulling weeds. If you can't tell, I just keep procrastinating and putting it off. Alright, camera keeps shutting off because it's hot. 4 of the 5 tomatillos are alive. Looks like I only lost one of these Romas. So I'm just going to continue topping some basil and then go do my chores. Well, it's Tuesday night. I didn't make it back out to the garden. Today we had rain, so I'm just waiting on the machine to finish kind of drying lines. It's almost midnight. These guys are napping. The last of the unweaned kids, I think there's 7 of them. Hey, cat. I don't know where the rest of them are. Probably they like to hide in between the 2x and the plywood and sleep in there. So we had a bunch of rain this morning. I didn't get out to the garden today. Hopefully we'll get back out there tomorrow, and hopefully I can get this edited and uploaded for you tomorrow morning, because when I go in, I'm going to bed. So that's it, guys. Have a good day. See ya on the next one.